Okay, so I'm filming on my iPhone 11. I might as well already do this with the iPhone 11 because I'm taking pictures with it and I'm showing you guys how I do that. Because the battery to my camera, it's dead. So we're gonna have to film on this instead. I'm not filming this video again. So this is what we're gonna have to do. Okay, but I'm gonna show you guys today how I edit my Instagram pictures as well as how I take them on my own, and I've been doing that for the past like month or so, taking most of my pictures by myself. It's been kind of difficult because I don't really know sometimes like the right angle or when to take the pictures outside, and I can't really do it in my apartment because it's like not, the walls are just tan and ugly looking in my opinion, and there's not enough space for me to have room to take a really good picture a lot of the time. So I usually just go next door to my future home that I'm going to be in really soon, or I have to physically go somewhere and take it outside somewhere. So anyways, I already just finished filming the process and how I actually take them myself. Oh yeah, and also the lip color that I'm wearing is Fenty Beauty and Underdog. This is the Stunna Lip Paint. Really, really good. Now we should get into kind of how I take the pictures. I'll throw some tips in there of how I do that, but I've already taken some really good ones now. So a lot of you guys that have been watching my channel over the past few years have seen me go through so many different style changes. It took me a long time to figure out exactly what I liked personally. And through my last few lookbooks, I feel like I got closer and closer to where I'm at right now. And for me, I can't stick to one style, so I go through a lot, especially with makeup looks. I'll do something that's either very natural or something that's more bold and daring, or probably little to no makeup at all. You can do that for certain pictures on Instagram if you want, and I'm going to show y'all how I kind of edit those as well. As another example, this is my closet from 2017. It is looking pretty dull, not a lot of color, and a lot of pastels thrown in there. Now, for pictures that I want to stand out more, I do put in a lot of effort into my makeup. I make sure that my skin is prepped before I get started, that I put on enough to where I don't have to do much editing in post, because it does take a while for that too. But if you want to eliminate some of that time, definitely kind of see the aesthetic that you're kind of going for beforehand and make sure that you have it all together, because y'all, this is a whole process, and it took me maybe around 2 hours to finish my hair and makeup. It was a lot, but it's not required. You don't have to do it. Also, for the heavy baking, I do that because if I'm in the studio all day shooting and filming, it's best that I don't have to like go in and have to redo my makeup or touch up anything. It's like it's already done. I also just apply my eyeliner a lot more heavy just because it's harder to see for outfit pictures. So in post, it just looks a lot more normal, I guess. I also go very heavy on my highlight because I want that to show through, even though sometimes it doesn't, and I still kind of edit that in post. I make sure that I kind of put on extra layers before I take the pictures. Alright, this is a picture with me without any foundation on. I just have on a little bit of concealer and my natural hair. So we're gonna bring this into Facetune and use the patch tool to kind of just remove all of my acne and hyperpigmentation. For this image in Facetune, all I'm gonna be doing is smoothing out my texture and just making my skin look a little bit more flawless. Now I'm going to be going in with the brush tool to bring out this highlight a bit more, and after using that, I'm going to go in with the detail tool and also bring that out. Make sure that when you're doing this, you kind of go lightly with your hand because sometimes you can go a little bit overboard. So if you're not used to Facetune, just try to play with it for a little bit and it should come together. After that, I'm bringing this into the Snow app, and I kind of just add in a little bit of makeup in post. So I make my lips a little bit darker, maybe like more of a brown shade, and then I go in and add some blush in there. And I also make my eyebrows darker too in post, just because sometimes the brow gel that I'm using, it doesn't necessarily make it completely dark, and I'm not wearing much at all anyway, so why not? Alright guys, so I'm in my new place. It's not done yet, but I'm going to show y'all how I basically take my pictures in the lighting that I want, because right now, as you can see, the lighting is like hitting right at the center point from the window, and this is kind of where I take my pictures, where it's more of the golden hour, or light hitting my face how I want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and take some selfies first and then go take some outfit pictures. The lighting is very important, and a lot of you guys have asked how I take my golden hour photos, and I basically just find the light that hits on the wall, or I just kind of go in front of it and make sure that I get the right angle. It can be tricky because sometimes that can wash you out, or depending on the time of day, just because it can look harsh at some times and it won't look as flattering. So I just tend to play with it. I probably spent around 15 to 20 minutes just walking around the room and figuring out where the best lighting was. And I was able to get some good shots in here. I'll show you guys some before and afters of the editing, or even the unedited pictures for all these angles that I took. Okay, now I'm going to show y'all kind of how I do my outfit pictures. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a self timer on the image, or on the camera. And then I'm going to basically kind of move it outwards or inwards. Because with the iPhone 11, you can make it to where the camera zooms out or not. So I'm gonna play around with the timer. I'm gonna probably leave it on for like 3 seconds at a time, and then see what I kind of want for the angle. Also, for my outfit photos, I'm constantly having to readjust the camera to make sure that I'm getting the right angle that I want. Now, if you're trying to do like a mid shot or a full body, you're also going to have to move the camera around depending on how big your room is, how much space you have. In this case, I'm lucky because I don't have anything in this room yet, so I can move around however I want to. But you can see here, I have a before and after of me kind of experimenting with different poses and stuff like that. I'm gonna show you guys now how I just go on my phone and basically edit everything. Still use like 3 different apps or so to really make it how I want to make it in post. So I probably took maybe around 100 to 200 pictures for this entire shoot. I just choose one and then go into Facetune. And there I just kind of mostly do smoothing on my face because I do have textured skin and large pores. Now, I know in my videos you guys have seen them clearly, but for Instagram, I just prefer to smooth them out just a little bit. So I go in with a smoothing tool. I'm also smoothing out the lace on my wig because it's a little bit too close and I don't want people zooming in and seeing it. I did a good job, but sometimes with blonde wigs it's kind of tricky. Anyways, I'm also going in and I'm detailing the tattoo on my arm and detailing the freckles that I have on my nose that I put in and all that good stuff. So mostly in Facetune, you guys will see me blurring or putting in details or kind of, you know, highlighting certain features. So yeah. Also, if you guys want a tip for makeup, I go in and I just detail all the points where I put highlighter on so that it makes it more pronounced. You don't have to do this, but I think it makes my makeup look more polished at the end of the day. So it's really up to you. And the next app that I'm using is Snow app. I basically go in here to enhance my makeup. So what am I doing right over here? Oh, I'm putting in blush because I think a lot of it came off while I was doing this whole shoot. I used the e.l.f. blush in Always Spicy, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I also darkened my lip color because I wanted it to be more pronounced. This is also why you don't need to do a full face of makeup. If you really want to go in here and spend more time in Snow app, you can just put on a little bit of it, maybe just even highlight and no foundation, and just make your skin look nice, like you actually have some on, and have a really natural makeup look. So I'm going to show y'all how to do that in the next clip, but for now, this is how I do a full glam look that I already have done. All right, I also forgot that I wanted to add in more blush around my nose because you can't really do that in Snow app. So I'm gonna take the brush tool and just go around my nose just a little bit. Next app that I'm going to go into is VSCO. I don't upload on here, guys. I just go in to kind of just enhance everything. They have a really good details tool that I just make the whole picture more like sharpened, and it doesn't really deteriorate the quality. So I just go in here and do that. I also make sure that I kind of see if I want it more warm or more cool. And I just kind of toggle between those two edits. Now, this step is optional, but I do go into this app called ftmimage, and I just kind of use all of their filters that they have, and I just like how flattering they are on most of my pics that I use. It's not a free app, but the free version does have quite a few options for filters. And last, I put my image into Instagram, and I do just my finishing touches that I need. So I add in either more highlight or more contrast. In this case, I needed the image to be more contrasted for some reason. I just feel like it looked better in the end. And that was pretty much it. So here is the before and also the after of the image that I chose. All right, you guys, so that is how I edit my Instagram pictures and also take them for Instagram. Using the iPhone 11, I don't have the Pro or the Max, and all of them have the same quality as far as I know. I think that it's just missing that extra lens that the other ones don't have. But anyways, it's still really good quality. I'm filming on it right now as we speak, but I hope that this kind of like updated tutorial of how I do things really helps you guys in the future. I think before I was just using the iPhone 8 and that didn't even have portrait mode. Yeah, be sure to go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Timaloveslemons. I will talk to you guys later and have an awesome day, week, all that good stuff. Bye guys.